Yeah. You.
Welcome to our first sex tape.
What? You.
I haven't said or done
You don't have to say anything, it's in your eyes.
Me.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's been a minute. We have missed you guys so much. We have a crazy life update that we want to share with you guys.
So if you had seen the last vlog, you would have seen that obviously we've gone to Nusa Penida for a holiday. But in fact, we have actually quit our jobs, left everything behind, sold our cars, and have moved to Bali, which is our dream, and it has been a dream for a while.
Yep.
We originally planned to live in Uluwatu for a couple of different reasons, and it kind of wasn't quite right for us.
Yeah, it just didn't fit. Just vibes are off.
Yeah, I think vibes were off. Affordability was a really big one. The vlogs I'd watched were like, yeah, it's cheaper down there, it's quieter down there. It is not quieter, and it is not cheaper. Like, yeah, definitely not. So, yeah, we decided to move to Sese in Mungu.
Yeah, which is pretty much like the outskirts of Canggu, 10-15 minute scooter from Canggu.
We'll put up a little map, but essentially the suburbs are like really long. So it's Denpasar, Kuta, Legian, Seminyak, Canggu, which is like the hub of digital nomad land. And then it goes Pereiranan and then Sese. So we were in Sese and it was pretty quick to kind of duck over into Canggu, and we were like, we'll just come here and try it and see if it's the right vibe for us. Because as much as we went to Uluwatu for beaches, because obviously like Nick surfs and I love the beach as well.
I thought it was going to be a more, humble, down-to-earth, surfy vibe down there, but it just wasn't the case. One, the surf was too big for me. I'm not a big wave surfer, so I don't like that. Two, the people just didn't feel very like accommodating. They were kind of like shut off to I don't know, outsiders. It's kind of like, it felt cliquey.
Yeah, but to clarify, we don't mean the Balinese locals felt off. The Balinese locals are beautiful. Like, they're so lovely.
Anywhere they're beautiful.
Yeah, and they're so helpful. However, the Westerners or the foreigners, like whatever you want to call, us. But yeah, I don't know, the people that we kind of had met or seen in cafes and things like that, if you kind of smile at people, we just didn't get good vibes back at all. We were like, don't think this is right for us. So yeah, we decided to go try Sese. So we thought we'd try that and see if that was better.
That was beautiful. Loved it there. That was a much more Balinese feel to it. There was rice paddies and it was just much quieter. You don't have that cram-packed hustle and bustle from that Canggu has.
Yeah.
And then
I put up some things on Facebook about like where to live and that we're looking for accommodation, and I could not believe how many messages I got on Facebook. There's all different areas and things like that, and we had one that we've just come and look at last week, which is here in Canggu, like the heart of Canggu, so it's in Brawa. It is spelt like Barawa, but I have learnt the locals are like, it's Brawa.
Brawa, okay, even though I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah,
so when we made the post on Facebook, we were looking for a home, like a house more so than a villa. So we had a look at this one and we loved it.
Yeah.
We were just like, we'll swoop it up.
Yeah.
And paid for a month rent and moved in, I think it was like 5 days or so after we looked at it.
Sorry, Jesus. I'm about to sneeze.
You.
Me.
So where we are, heart of Canggu. If you guys have been to Bali, it's literally right on the
Canggu shortcut.
Canggu shortcut, It's called a shortcut, but it's definitely the polar opposite.
Yeah.
When it's peak hour, it is peak hour. It's hectic.
Don't get me wrong. At first, I was like, it's the only downside to this place. But we have kind of been maneuvering our way around it with like what time we wake up, because it just like we know what peak times are and we haven't had an issue since. So we're just going to make sure that we stick to early morning.
Funnily enough, it's very loud out there with all the cars and scooters going past, but once we shut our doors, like you can't hear anything, Like it's really good. Anyway, so Canggu. We love the vibes, trendy cafes, very local to close to everything we literally need.
Affordable.
Yeah.
And everyone are like, it's so expensive. Like it's just as expensive as Australia. It definitely isn't. Like,
No.
I'll do a vlog on this. I've been like writing down prices of things.
And us being content creators, this is where a lot of digital nomad content creators are. So yeah, we want to meet people. And once you go out the doors, on the shortcut, you turn left on the main road, straight run to the beach. So, you know, all that sounds probably great to you guys. It is pretty good, but it does come with a few downsides.
Just the realities of like traveling or living abroad, like, and kind of what that brings.
Yeah. So one of the main things would definitely be like cooking. Especially where we are now, we don't have a lot of cooking utensils or cooking room or anything like that. Tried to cook some eggs this morning. It was chaotic, not good. Having those issues, you're kind of buying out food a lot. One, because it's so cheap at Worongs.
Yeah. And
two, it's so easy. You just get it dropped to your door. They have a menu and stuff, but pretty much nowhere around here has like nutritional information or anything like that. So it's all guesswork on MyFitnessPal.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to kind of figure out where you're at with calories and whatnot.
Yeah. So if you're a calories in, calories out, or a macro counter, it just goes out the window.
You got Barclays.
Yeah, you got nothing. But yeah, I feel like groceries are quite often the same price as back in Australia.
So expensive.
Or even more expensive.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. It just depends on what it is. Like oats back at home are like $1 for oats. They're like $7.50 here. Because obviously it's imported. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
For Westerners. So yeah, there's some things that are actually like cheaper to literally get a smoothie bowl or something like that every morning. One of the hard things for me, I think at first, was that we had this tiny little fridge that you could not fit leftovers into. There'd be like this awkward little amount left in the thing, and you're like, oh, I'll just eat it because I don't want to throw it out. Like, or you don't have a fridge at all, and you're like, oh, I don't want to throw it out, so we'll just eat it.
A lot of the times we were kind of over ordering because we didn't know how big they were. Some they come like tiny meals, others they're pretty hefty meals. So we're kind of all like ordering a third meal just in case because we don't know.
Yeah. I think my other one is like mental shift from holiday mode to I live here, especially because like, you know how it is when you're on holiday, you're like, you want to like try like the cookies at that place, you want to like, do you know what I mean? You want to like try all the different things. They have like weird desserts, and even in like the marts, like the Indomart or Alpha Mart or, you know, all the different marts, they'll have like, you know, like their version of like magnums or different chocolates and
once again, so cheap.
Yeah,
so
and so you're kind of like, oh, it's 80 cents, like, let's try it. Like, so yeah, and then before you know it.
It's a trap.
Yeah, before you know it, you've bought all this stuff. Yeah. So, next thing, some of our personal struggles that we deal with, maybe even at home as well as here.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, FOMO. I hate the thought of missing out. Like if somebody else is getting dessert and I'm not getting dessert, it's very easy to like trick me into ordering something.
I've fallen into that trap every day.
Yeah. It's very easy even just to be like, oh, like how good would it be to get churros tonight? And then I'm like, oh, churros. And then in my head, I'm getting churros. Yeah. And even if you're like, nah, like we're not getting it, I'm like, for the last 3 hours, I've been like, I'm getting churros. Yeah. So it's really easy to like trick me, which I know is my own thing, hence why I'm bringing it up. Two, I love sweets. Like I just love chocolates and sweets, things like that.
We're pretty much the same person here. Really.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. For me, I guess it would be the same, pretty much willpower. Same thing. If I'm like, nah, I'm dieting today, like I'm sticking to my calories, you know, the best I can. And Stevie's like, I'm gonna get a little tweak tonight. And then I'm like, alright, well if you're gonna get some, like I'll get some. Something. So yeah, I've been pretty rubbish at that if I'm being honest.
I feel like a lot of you guys would probably have at least one of the same things that we do, or maybe multiple. So yeah, hopefully this is relatable because this is just us being like completely honest.
Yeah. So on that note, we kind of have some goals we've written down that we want to share with you guys. So you know, that way we can be held accountable.
Personally, like I really want to make this a lifestyle where it's not just like I want to lose X amount of kilos for Stereosonic, like, or anything like that. Yeah. Because we plan to be traveling indefinitely.
Yeah, like, a couple of years at least, maybe, I'm not sure.
So for me, I very much come from a gym background. I love good old-fashioned bodybuilding style training. I really want to gym 3 to 4 days a week. I'm going to change to like an upper lower body kind of split. I want to jog twice a week. I would love to do a yoga once a week, like just to get some flexibility back. But yeah, the other ones is sauna and ice bath. So sauna, that's chill. Like I can sauna easy. Like you can't. Like everybody loves the sauna. Ice bath, however, I'd love to incorporate that 3 times a week. So more so just for like mental game of like knowing I can do it.
Yeah. So for me, same thing, gym. 3-4 times a week. I love like a functional fitness sort of workout. Used to do a lot of CrossFit. I am planning to get back into it at some point when I get some more money, but stay tuned for that.
The CrossFit gyms, well, all the gyms are very expensive.
They're Australian price CrossFit rates here. I plan to run once a week. Surf 1 to 2 times a week, preferably 2 to 3. It all depends, obviously. Surfing is very weather and swell and wind dependent. Like you said, yoga once a week. I was into yoga years ago.
Yeah.
I was very heavily involved in that, which I do love, so I would love to get back into that. My goal is to, every time we're in the gym, I'll finish off with an ice bath. So calorie counting is one of them as well, which obviously it's going to be a bit of a mission.
I don't know how you're going to do that.
It's mainly going to be kind of guesswork and just doing like weekly weigh-ins at the gym to see what's sort of happening, and obviously just have like a cheat meal twice a week.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So yeah, for me, I very much just want to focus on just incorporating like colour and veggies. Yeah, I definitely need to get to like a local market and obviously buy fresh vegetables, and then I need to like still kind of do like a prep. Maybe prep something that I can keep in the fridge and I can just add it to each meal or something.
Yeah.
Previously having different coaches to obviously get a particular result, like to help me with like nutrition and training or things like that, or whether it was a comp prep or something like that. I just want to work on lifestyle.
And when I say calorie counting as well, I don't mean if it fits your macros, or I've got 800 calories, I'm going to eat pizza. I'm still going to try and focus on whole foods, rice, chicken, veggies, fruit.
Yeah, and I think like intuitive eating. The move to Bali was for multiple things.
Yeah.
So, like business, getting creative and like working on that kind of stuff, wellness and work-life balance.
Yeah.
Like those things where I'm like, I want to prioritize these things in my life.
Instead of
So I'm going to make this switch.
working. Yeah. Which was my main driving factor to get over here, was to quit a job that I was
hating.
Hated.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And like mental health, like that's another really big one. So yeah.
And obviously we're content creators. We're making YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that. So, you know, Bali's well renowned for digital nomads, content creators living here. So we want to connect with people and make stuff.
Yeah. We want to be able to like surround ourselves with that energy, with people who are, you know, in the same field as us, who are creative, who want to make things, want to make memories, want to keep those memories, you know, in a video or a vlog or in photos, like whatever, like that kind of stuff is obviously our vibe, and that's who we want to kind of be surrounded by. Yeah,
so join us with our goals while we're in Bali. Let us know in the comments down below what your goals are for the remaining of 2023. 4 months.
Well, I was going to say, today that we're filming this is 17 Mondays until the 1st of January.
Yuck.
What the hell?
Anyway,
what the hell?
Comment down below your goals for the rest of the year. And like I said,
or DM us.
Yeah, or DM us. And like I said, if you're in Bali, let us know. We'll try and link up. We'll try and, I don't know, take some videos, take some photos, grab a drink, grab a feed, whatever. So yeah.
On that note, we're gonna say goodbye, but also stay tuned, because as I said, we will be doing more vlogs on how to get over to Bali, what you should do when you get here, how you can afford it.
Those tips and tricks, places to go, stuff like that.
Yeah. So in our next vlog, we're gonna show you the house that we've just moved into.
House tour.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and please hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
We appreciate it so much.
Yeah. It really does help us out and help us obviously just grow our channel. So
yes.
thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye guys.